Hello, everyone. It's Kavita from Red Door Yoga. Thank you for joining me online for the Red Door Yoga Mini Sutra series. Today, I wanted to talk to you about dealing with the unknown. So, we are living in uncertain times at this point. To a certain extent, we're always living in uncertain times. It just seems a lot more uncertain right now than it might usually seem. Okay? And as a result, you might notice anxieties coming up within you over this, fears coming up, but anxiety over the idea that I don't know what's coming at me, and my imagination wants to take on a very robust view of my difficulties that are going to be coming towards me. Right? And I'm kind of speaking as a whole for everyone, that this is what I think as a generality is happening for everyone, is that their anxieties are taking hold and their imagination is running a bit rampant. So, with that, we have to look at how do we deal? How do we deal with these unknowns? Well, it's a combination of two things. The first part is you need to be able to sit down and very calmly assess what is within your control. There may be a lot of unknowns, but there are certain things that are going to be within your control. What aspects can you control? What aspects are you responsible for? And I use that word responsible very, very specifically, because it means what do you have the ability to respond to? Okay, so when you look at this, what do I have the ability to respond to? You can literally sit down and make a list. Like, I am overwhelmed by these things. There are all these unknowns, but what can I do? What is within my purview, as it were? Okay. Once you've figured out what you're responsible for, what you can affect, what you have some say over, and what you can actually do, then there's going to be a certain section, a certain list of, I have no say over this. I have no control over this. As an example, if you are in Canada, which is where I am, you know that we are in social isolation, and that this social isolation may last several months. Now, I run a yoga studio, and that means that we have officially closed the yoga studio. We've done this for, I think, about 2 to 3 weeks now, maybe going on 4. We've closed the yoga studio. We've been doing our classes as filmed, recorded classes online for our registered students. Okay, that actually has been a lot more work than when it seems than when we were even running the studio, because the classes have to be filmed, they have to be edited, uploaded, and for a 1-hour class that takes at least 3.5 to 4 hours of time to do that. Okay, when we first started, it took 16 hours, okay, to create a 1-hour class, because we also have a certain level of quality control that's important to us, that we wanted a certain quality. So that part's on us. That's our responsibility, right? That we wanted that quality. And so, at the beginning, it took 16 hours to produce a 1-hour class. That's a lot. That's exhausting, right? Now we're down to about 3 to 4 hours to produce a 1-hour class. So with that, we've closed the studio. We've been doing our classes online for our students. I've been seeing my private students online, okay, via Skype and via Zoom and FaceTime. Okay, everybody has different things that they're using. And so when we look at that, okay, those are things that we can do, but things that are outside of our purview, outside of our ability to respond to, is we don't know how long the social isolation is going to go for. The government is saying months. It could be 2 months, it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, it could be more. So after you've sat down and you've decided these are the things that I have the ability to respond to, then you need to acknowledge the other component, which is things I have no control over. Things that I have no ability to respond to, except for one response: to let go. To let go and to relax, to stop trying to control that, to stop trying to know that. I don't need to know when this is going to end. That's the one thing I have the ability to respond to with that part of it, is to control my desire to know, my working to know. Okay? So you've got two components. What do I have the ability to respond to? What's within my purview? Figure that out, do those things. What do I not have the ability to respond to? What is not within my purview? Take the one action that you can where this is concerned, let go. Relax around it. Stop trying to control these things. Focus on what you can do. Now, one last thing I want to say here, and I'm going to use the example of myself again, where we have closed the studio and we're taking care of classes online for students and what have you. The last little piece here is compartmentalizing a little bit, where you go, I don't need to figure out a system that will work for a year. I need to figure out what will work for the next few weeks or the next couple of months. Okay? And I'm using myself as an example, but this is for you as well. Don't feel like you need to set up your entire life in this new way for the next year. No, compartmentalize. Make a little section. This compartment. I'm going to deal with this for this long. And as I'm coming towards the end of it, I shift it again. Now for these weeks or this next month or so. What can I do? What do I not have control over? Okay? Compartmentalize. Do not bite off too much to chew. Okay? I hope this was helpful, everyone. And I always look forward to reading your thoughts, your comments, seeing your questions. So please, if you have thoughts, comments, questions, put them in the comments section below. Do like the video, do share the video with others. As you know, as we go along, I think these mini sutra videos are more and more important to others around us. And I look forward to helping you guys along the way. We're all in this together. And I wish wellness and health for all of you. Namaste.